Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. Hope you had a great weekend. Today we're gonna be checking this out, the first ever Prism Jewels summon. What's it called? It's a summon pool for souls. It's a summon pool for souls. We're gonna be checking out this event here today. First, folks, I have seen people asking, Nub, how did your champion training tournament go? Well, champion training, I initially thought I would go for this, but it was over the weekend, and I had a really good weekend, actually. Really fun weekend. We had family both days. We were with her family on Saturday, my family on Sunday. So my champion training tournament is going like this. I have, as you can see, not got very far. I have 1,389 points. The guy in the lead with that, Elisanya, has 27,000. And honestly, I don't even feel that bad about it, because 27,000 points. Like, this is the amount of points you put in for a legendary champion. That's what people do for a legendary champion, or like a 5-star perfect soul. You know, this for an epic, it's really dumb, honestly. So I don't mind. You know, I actually feel pretty good about having been too busy to participate. I'm kind of like, great. Can I change my answer to a moral boycott? No, I wouldn't do that. But, you know, I really don't mind. Let's take a look at this, though. So, one fun thing about this, we do have in the shop, I believe, a free gift. Free gift. So you get one go at this for free, which is cool. But there's a summon pool. Let's look at the chances here. Well, actually, first of all, you've got a pool of champions, much like a summon pool for champions, right? This one you're getting souls, and it will be souls. There's a ton of legendaries in here, a ton of epics, and a ton of rares. This, I imagine, they could do sort of anything in the future. Again, this one, they've done summon pool events with shards, prism shards like this in the past, and like there's just so many that it's, I don't know, it doesn't feel that focused. Really, I much prefer the concept when there's, let's say, if there's like 6 legendaries and you're going, oh, okay, there's 6 of them, all right, I've got a pretty good chance then to get, you know, one of the ones I want. There's just so many in here that you kind of get whatever. Now, I will say they've put really good stuff in here, you know, like we've got Emic, Elva, Harima, Michinaki, Newt, etc., etc. Queen Eva is actually good now since her buff, like she's decent. Like, there's good champs in here. There's a nice selection of good champions. But, I mean, I don't have a good chunk of these. You might not have a good chunk. That's sort of the way it is. Epics, again, likewise, it's a good chunk. You can see these behind my head here. I may have been missing a couple of the epics, funny enough. But it's a good chunk of good epics. At the rares, I can't scroll up more, so move me out of the way. The rares, again, they're pretty good rares. For the most part. So yeah, there's good champs in there, but you kind of get whatever. So you can get 3 to 6 star legendary or epics, 5 to 6 star rares. Interestingly, no mythicals in here for this one, but obviously they could do whatever they want in the future. They could have it be just mythicals and legendaries, epics and mythicals. They can do whatever. Same thing with the summon pool. Makes it difficult. Actually, let's touch on this straight away. Well, actually, I think we will buy some just to show you here in this video. Like, I don't really care, but we'll just do it. Like the summon pool for shards, it's quite difficult because they constantly change the rates and the cost, etc. It's quite difficult to pin down exactly how good the value is, and that's sort of done by design. It just to sort of obfuscate how good it is. Realistically, when you look at summon pool for prism shards, how good, typically speaking, are summon pools for prism shards? They're usually pretty similar to buying shards. It's not like, wow, this is the best deal ever. It's quite like buying shards, really. You lose out on your mercy system with the prism shards. You lose out in the mercy system for the cost of sort of, you know, picking a good 10x event for you. It's sort of what it is. But it's pretty similar. And honestly, for most people, I'd recommend just buying shards instead. It's better. I'm guessing that's going to be the same thing. Like, I don't even need to look at the numbers. We'll look at them now. But I don't even need to look at these numbers. And these are all going to be changing constantly. And it's going to be really hard to judge. I can tell you right now, this stuff is going to be pretty similar to just buying soulstones. It's not going to be like twice as good value. Wow, you're crazy. It's going to be pretty much the same. Right? That's the way it's going to be. Right? But we look at this. So you got 30% chance for a rare, 50% for epic, 20% for legendary. And this is the breakdown of the rarities. I mean, let's move me over here, I guess. Um, yeah, I took a picture. This is your regular shards. They're pretty similar to Immortal Soulstones, honestly. If you look at the Immortal, 37 rare, 42 epic, 15 legendary, 6 mythical. We come to these, like you've got a little bit lower chance of rare for a little bit higher epic and legendary. Yeah, a good chunk higher legendary. It goes from 15 to 20%. But it's sort of like legendary plus mythical combined, and then a bit of the rares go into epic. So it's like a juiced up Immortal Soulstone. It's like an Immortal Soulstone, but slightly better. And again, if we look at the rates down here, you're looking at like the 40, 45, 35, 30, 15, 15, 10, 10 for these. Again, you compare those to an Immortal, which is sort of like 50, 32, 12, 6. It's fairly comparable. Again, you're a bit better off, a bit more likely to get 6-star, bit less likely to get the 3-star, but it's pretty similar, honestly. It's pretty similar. That's sort of how I see it. These are basically going to cost you $5. Yeah, they are like a slightly better Immortal Soulstone with a bit more focus on. Again, this one is so broad; it could be anything, but that's. We'll see. You could easily have Souls events like this in the future, which would be like Mortal Soulstones, or a bit like Eternals, or anywhere in between. They can really do whatever. Let's pull this free one. Let's see what we get. And like I said, I think we'll spend $50 to give you an idea of what you might get. We got an epic with our free one. That's fun. It's a 4-star Deacon Armstrong. That's a good champion. That's a good soul. We'll take that one. It's a bit of an upgrade. Great. Cool. That's a nice little free gift. Hopefully you get something good with yours. Hopefully you don't get the rare or whatever. But let's see. So let me actually go and buy $50, and we'll see what happens over here. Clarion play. Okay. Hang on. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. It's processing. Return to the game. We've done it. Do they pop up in here? No. Where do they pop up? Just directly to my thing? Oh, directly. Okay, there they are. Okay, great. We can summon 10 at once. Let's summon 10 at once. Let's go. Let's see what we get. Again, in terms of like, am I actually looking for anything here? I mean, I don't have a Taurus or Cardial. They'd be big ones. The Valkyrie be nice. I don't have a lot of the big. I already have Krisk and Necmo. Good souls. Like an Arbiter soul would be nice. I guess your Carl soul would be nice. I already have a Sifi soul. Rala. The Newts or Michinaki be really good. Elva. I don't know. There's a few. We could get something good here. We could. It's $50. You'd hope you get something. There's a rare. Epic. Another rare. Friodon. Ethlan. A legendary. It's 4-star Krisk. No use to me, but it would be good for people in general. 6-star Geomancer. So look, there you go. That's $50 right there. Do you want that? for me, nah, nah, thanks. Like we got a lot of 6-stars, but they were rares. Get your chance for the high, for the high tier rares is pretty good. Like the apothecary upgrade's pretty nice actually. But yeah, like I don't know, we got one legendary out of that. It's pretty miserable. The Geomancer is an actual upgrade. Like that's cool, I guess. There we go. But yeah, but I don't know. Like I'm not too pushed about this. I would personally, for me, again, for most people. It's exactly how I feel. We got some upgrades, but it's exactly how I feel about the Prism shards in the game as well, which is like, sure, it's similar to buying shards, but it's expensive. I would rather personally buy, if you want to spend money on souls, I'd personally rather buy the soul stones most of the time because they can help you to do like these hero path events, right? With the soul stones, you're going to be building up the coins to get the higher ones as well. So there is that too, just sort of equivalent to your mercy. You will get some of those advantages. Like we got some upgrades here. I think is that apothecary had nothing before. Oh no, he had a little bit. He's 6-star now. That's nice. Yeah, I don't know. Like so, don't know if I want to put a soul on Ethlan. Valerie can't even have her soul. And I can't even use the others. What was the legendary one I got? I guess it's not even useful. What? I got a 4. Oh, I got the 4-star Krisk. Yeah, that's not even useful. I might keep it if I get a second Krisk, I suppose. Maybe. And I'd have to think about that. I guess I will. Yeah, I might build a second Krisk. But yeah, that's where we're at. Basically, I don't know. My opinion hasn't really changed. It's like the Prism things. I'd rather probably just buy normal souls for most people. Again, this one is so broad. Probably whatever. If they do a really focused one in the future and you are a spender, like you are someone with a decent budget for the game, that's what you like to do, and it's a smaller pool, and yeah, there's a couple of souls in there that you really want, then maybe, sure, go for it. But there you go. Look, that was $50 plus the free one. You can tell me what you think. I'm curious what you think in general. Yeah, I doubt that this is going to be something I'm going to touch again in the future. Looks nice. Nice graphics and all. But yeah, that's probably about it for me for these. Maybe they'll prove me wrong, but Prism Summons, Prism Soulstones, I think that's pretty much done on those. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.